Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Mary Rachel Redmond in for Gary Dick. Well, we come to you this week from our Engage Indiana series in the South Bend-Elkhart region. The region undoubtedly facing its fair share of challenges, but for the first time in a long time, the opportunities far outweigh the headwinds. Like much of Indiana, it's manufacturing that continues to drive the three-county area, in particular the RV industry. Elkhart is the RV capital of the world, and 2023 was a tough year with RV demand in decline. But the industry is rebounding.
RV sales are up almost 4% since last year.
So too is housing. Like many areas of the state, housing is a challenge here, but there are many signs of a region on the move. Quality of life projects, fueled in part by the state's Ready Grant program, are boosting the region's quality of life. Notre Dame continuing to impact the region, most recently with its purchase of the former South Bend Tribune building, which is being repurposed into a tech and innovation hub. And of course, nearby in New Carlisle, Amazon's $11 billion data center and a massive General Motors Samsung SDI EV plant stand to transform the area economy. Somebody that knows a lot about what's happening here in the region, CEO and president of South Bend-Elkhart Regional Partnership, Bethany Hartley. Bethany, let's start out with the big-time investment in New Carlisle.
It's the largest single investment in the state of Indiana's history at $11 billion. AWS is coming in and building their data centers here and focusing on AI and machine learning. It is a transformative project for this region. It not only will touch the west side of St. Joe County, it'll touch our five-county region significantly when it comes to housing, workforce opportunities, educational opportunities.
And you've also got a $3.5 billion plant going in there, a Samsung SDI, an EV battery plant. Talk about that.
Both of those investments are happening in an area called the Indiana Enterprise Center that the economic development leaders in St. Joseph County have been working on for over a decade. And seeing these projects come to life is a true testament to if you build it, they will come. And we've been working not only on that center and that geographic area, we have the greatest amenities as it relates to companies, what they're prioritizing. We have a lot of power, we have a lot of water, and we have a lot of really great people here. That'll bring another 1,600 jobs to the region. It's just a really great momentum that we're riding right now and built on the backs of people that have been working on this for decades.
What are some of the challenges that this poses? You know, you talk about housing, childcare.
Yeah, and we're standing where you can see some housing projects that are underway already in downtown South Bend. Those are just an example of the hundreds of units that are being developed across the five counties. We're actually on the back end of doing a regional housing study that'll tell us exactly what is our gap over the next 10 years. I can tell you it's significant in the tens of thousands is what we're forecasting as a gap right now. That also, as you mentioned, coincides with childcare. Right now, our region serves about 36% of the need for childcare, especially in 0 to 5-year-olds. It's very challenging. But we also need to focus on the education of childcare providers and the expertise that they bring and their wages and salaries. All those things go hand in hand.
You know, and making it affordable.
That's right.
As well.
We talk about workforce participation. We have about a 64% workforce participation number in this region. A big piece of that is access to affordable childcare. If it costs less for one of the parents to stay home with the children than to put them into quality, safe childcare, they're going to opt to do that. And we have a great cost of living here that is a real possibility. And then we're also missing out on a workforce of really talented, educated individuals that have to make that tough decision.
15, 20 years from now, where do you see the region?
The skyline's going to look much different than it does today because we're going to have new buildings up, we're going to have new housing up, and that 15 years ago, the skyline already looks different. Some of the buildings that have been here were offline for 20, 30 years, and now they're coming back to life. I see our region as a very connected, very smart communities. I see us as we're going to have more trails than we ever thought we could need because our quality of place is going to be so high. People are going to feel so invested and proud to live here. How do we make people proud to be from here, live here? What are the amenities that they can say, yeah, I went to Howard Park today, or yes, I walked along the Riverfront Trail in Mishawaka. None of that existed before, and now it does. And that, to me, is what doesn't exist today that'll exist in 10 years. That's so exciting.
Again, it's palpable.
Yes.
Bethany Hartley, CEO and president of South Bend-Elkhart Regional Partnership. Thank you.
He always looks forward to his midnight treat. Some music, some breweries.
One of the areas in the target zone for redevelopment in South Bend, well, let's just say, has a flavorful past.
Take a taste of that beer and see if we're not right. Breweries, no full feeling, it's smooth, full flavor you like. With breweries, that's the
South
one
Bend
thing
city
you-
leaders looking to spend part of their $250 million share of State Ready grant money to redevelop the old Drury's brewery site. Plans call for a 150-unit affordable housing project. The possibilities of new life at the old Drury's brewery, one of many signs of growth in the region.